Hello, lacrosse friends, and welcome to Three Nations Senior Lacrosse League action from the Akwesasne Freedom School. We have some smoke dancers to start things off. The season opener for the 2026 season, it is the Snake Island Muskies at the Akwesasne Bucks. And we're going to have some smoke dancing. We'll have the Haudenosaunee anthem, and then we will be ready to roll with action from the Turtle Dome, a Nolago Arena, right here on Akwesasne.
My name is Johnson. I'm here. I was asked to come out and share a folk dance along with the dancers from the Freedom School and some of our friends at the Freedom School. Just kind of come over here and get things started in the right way. I'm going to sing about new songs, so I hope you guys enjoy it.
All right, lacrosse fans.
26, Akwesasne Bucks. Leo Ashton. Number 17, Sky Sunday. Number 15, Calvin King. Number 22, Kobe Green. Number 19, Ty Thompson. Number 81, Howie Francis. Number 4, Corson.
Sorry, folks, it's pretty dark here. Lights will come back up soon.
Number 9, Stone Joe. Number 13, Zach Hobbs. Number 8, Joey Gasparetti. Number 16, Jake Casparetti. Number 86, David Edwards. Armstrong. Number 55, Tanner Lee. Number 34, Brian Green. Number 30, Kobe Johnson. Number 31, Trey Adams. Put your hands together for your Akwesasne Bucks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to roll. The Akwesasne Bucks have been introduced. The Snake Island Muskies are coming out, and we will have the Haudenosaunee anthem, and then lights will come back up, and we will be ready to roll. And I promise you'll be able to see what's going on. All right, lacrosse friends, we are ready to roll. And we have about a minute and a bit to the official opening at 5 p.m. of the season. We'll have, as the lights come back up, prepare your eyes, and it is going to reveal the beautiful Turtle Dome, a no-go arena here on Cornwall Island. To our left, you can see those are the Snake Island Muskies. They are one of the home teams here at the stadium, but not today. They are the visitors wearing their white with the burgundy shoulder caps and sleeves. And over on the far bench are the Akwesasne Bucks. They are the home team today, as we prepare to start the Three Nations Lacrosse League. Starting in net for the Muskies, the reigning President's Cup most valuable player, that is Nicky Daymood. Over to our left, over to the left in that net is Nick Daymood. All right, we are underway. First possession will go to Snake Island. We've got two balls on the floor, so we'll grab one of the officials. And to our right, between the pipes for the Bucks is Kobe Johnson. They don't have Saga Thompson today, who is expected to be a big part of this club. And that was a checking through the crease there. And that's Joe Hall, wearing the 19. He's supposed to be an 11. Changed his number. That's all right. Joe Hall, wearing the 19, it looks like. And the ball goes back. Jerry Scott's running the floor, hands it over there. That's Nathan Brennan We're in the 22 for Snake Island. That pass gets away though, and the Bucks coming into the offensive zone. Zach Hobbs moving it forward, will hand it off there to Torrin Eccleston, who throws that one away. Just gets a little bit away. Eccleston had a fantastic NLL playoffs. What a series, well, just a couple of games as he went in when Nolan Byrne, a Rookie of the Year finalist, was hurt. Eccleston with 3 goals in Georgia's final playoff game. Now into the offensive zone. For their first real possession is Howie Francis. Hands it off. We're going to bounce the ball along the near boards. Sky Sunday. Shiny stickhead tried to pass it through, couldn't quite connect with Liam Aston. And it's going to be a turnover. Roaring forward here is Nathan Fair. Joining the team this year after graduating from the St. Catharines Athletics in junior A. Draft choice in the Cobra Cody, actually the major series draft. He's been playing for the summer with the Muskies. And there's the first goal of the game. What a finish there. I believe as we take another look, that's going to be Angus takes the pass, buries that one, and we've got ourselves a 1-0 game for the Bucks. The Muskies. And we're just going to have to switch the logos. I wasn't sure whether who's going to be listed on which side of the scoreboard, so we will switch those. I know right now it's showing the Bucks up 1-0. We'll get that fixed in just a moment. There's Ty Thompson. Passes it across. Ball ripped to the far side by Kobe Creed. And here's Eccleston. He's got to be loving the way the rules are changing this year. The cylinder no longer in effect. Crease. Oh, that just gets away from Kobe Creed. And that's a delay of game penalty. First penalty of the game, first penalty of the season. And he knows it. He's heading straight for the penalty box. So power play for the Muskies who lead 1-0. Setting up. We've got Tanner Cook at the top, the reigning NLL goal-scoring leader. Zach Hobson grabs it, flings it ahead to his brother, or to Jake Gasparetti. Gasparetti on the run, but Cook has tracked back. 49 goals for Cook this season in the NLL. That's Skylar Thomas. Watch him. Oh, and that pass goes wide. They don't quite connect, and the Bucks are able to kill a little bit of time here. He gets his way to the net. Faber took a quick peek behind him. It was not there though. He had it in the gear. And all was well for the Muskies. They will go back to their power play attempt. Right enough for Cook. It's quite a left side. You can throw those 3 lefties in an NLL game. You'd be okay, let alone here at CBB. This is, for anyone who doesn't think CBB is great lacrosse, just look at these lineups. And there's a pass to Jacob Webb. That one just missing. It's away from him a little bit. And I think we might have at least one penalty. A little pushing and shoving. That's Tanner Feed. No stranger to playing a physical game, and that's going to make it a 5-on-3. We're up to 50 seconds. It's a huge opportunity for the Muskies. Looks like Cook, Thomas, and Brennan will be out again on the left side as they go left and strong. Jacob Rouet is out there. Juan Harris comes in to get his bucket adjusted. Had it adjusted for him by Tanner Thied. He's going to get it back the way he likes it. Harris is looking young. He's straight down below us. Skylar Thomas up to Cook, up to Brennan. Cook is actually staying up as the safety valve up top. Thomas shoots. Nice save, Kobe Johnson. Hard no-look pass through the crease, bounced over. Now they're going to skip it to Rouet behind the back. Gets it down to Kendrick Angus, who got the first goal. This is going to be a crease violation. And Zach Hops will take this one. Sorry, no Derek Hops today. So Zach is the only Hops brother in the house at the moment. Here's Zach this time. To the near side. A bunch of big names not in the lineup. One for the Bucks, of course, Clark Peterson. He's pretty busy tonight as he's playing Game 2 of the NLL Cup Finals with the Halifax Thunderbirds. Back to the power play. The first penalty has expired, so it's now just a 5-on-4 as Angus passes up to Cook. It gets away from him, but he recovers, goes to the away. Cook's going to rip that one. It's a little bit wide. Grabbed nicely there by Miles Jacobs. He's looking for a long pass, trying to find Ty Thompson off the bench. Ball's still loose. Thompson's going to spin and get it. He will be able to kill a bunch of time. He just picks up the ball. Still 20 on the shot clock, so they can kill some more time here. And Ty Thompson. Down to 6 on the shot clock. They're going to try and work something. Sky Sunday thinking about just letting one rip. No, he's just going to roll it into the corner wisely, surrounded by a trio of Muskies. The Muskies, the defending President's Cup champions. Again, in net for them, Nick Damoud, who was the MVP of that tournament last year. And they're going to try and extend this lead to 2-0 with Joe Hall backing down into the corner. Skylar Thomas to Cook. Rip there from Vaughn Harris. Cuts it right back. That is in the crease. Nice save, Kobe Johnson. That's a tough one as Harris had his rebound ricochet right back to him off the backboards. Comes over to Torrin Eccleston here. Thought he had a bit of a lane to the net, but he hands it off, and that is an absolute rocket from downtown from Howie Francis. Francis, who helped win the Founders Cup last year with the Akwesasne Thunder. Akwesasne Hunters. There you go. The Founders Cup champions. And Zach Hops on the run. You're going to see that a lot. Zach Hops pushing the ball up into the offensive zone and then clearing it off to the forwards. That shot by Aston missed. The feed from Thompson didn't get through. It is scooped up, though, by Gutka Elijah. Elijah gets this one back. Johnson going to the bench. This is a delayed penalty coming to the Muskies. There's going to be a check from behind. That'll be 2 minutes. Looks like Marcus Minichiello heading off. Minichiello wearing his Philadelphia Wings helmet. The guys love the NLL helmets. They're nice buckets. Very comfortable. So it's 1-0 Muskies, but the Bucks going to the power play with Eccleston at the top. They'll be strong left, just like the Muskies were. Howie Francis at the shooter spot. Down low is Ty Thompson. He and his brother Thomas running this club. Ty was saying, I like bringing in all these good players. Eccleston and Howie Francis. Just don't bring too many lefties. I might not have a spot in the lineup. Which actually, fair enough. There's some great young players. That one was tipped, so it's going to be off and a fresh 30 for the Bucks with 1.5 minutes to go in this power play. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Three Nations Senior Lacrosse League action live from Anoa Lagoa Arena. Very excited to be with you again this season. And we're here for some regular season play. We'll be bringing you all but one of the Bucks home games. I think we might be doing some Muskies games. Who knows? Maybe we'll go elsewhere as well. See how scheduling works out. That one was not tipped, and it gets up into the netting, so that will be a turnover. And the Muskies, Jerry Stotts, will take this one and move slowly forward. Well, with the appropriate speed, I guess. I didn't say slowly. He's coming to the rate he should. Gets to Devon Harris. Harris going into PK mode. Watched there by Joey Gasparetti. So both the Gasparetti brothers are here. We'll have some Gasparettis and some Hops at some point. Speaking of Hops, there's Skylar Thomas. He's going to let this one rip. That's wide and goes into the backside of the netting. Pretty good penalty kill for the Muskies, and the Bucks will come forward. Damon Edwards wearing his Colorado Mammoth helmet. He is retired, but he hasn't been out for long. He's a firefighter. He's in great shape. He's always in great shape. Expect him to slide right back into playing without an issue. And the power play set up again. Eccleston again at the top. Francis will set a pick for him. Near side Aston shot, that's off of Nick Damoud. And it's going to bounce back, and Eccleston's going to have to chase it down. They've got a dozen on the penalty. Not sure if they're going to try a shot here. So by the time they set up, it's going to be pretty late. You don't want to take a shot in the last couple seconds of the penalty and risk a breakaway on the far side. As Minichiello is going to be released, he does come out, but Bucks all over the Muskies. Nice behind the back flip from Jerry Stotts. Gets it across near side, and Nathan Fair makes the pass ahead. Here's Tanner Cook as we're back to even strength. 1-0 through 8 minutes plus of action here at the Turtle Dome. Skylar Thomas wants the ball on the backside, on the back door. He was waving the stick. They tried to hit the cutter. Couldn't quite get it through, though, to Brian Rice. He'll stay up for some offensive shifts, so he's mostly running out the back door. He is a speedster. Joe Hall had it. That's going to be over and back. And it was grabbed there by Corson Keeley. Looks like. And we've got a penalty. It was a delayed call. It's going to be a slashing call on Tanner Theed. So Theed back to the box. He's no stranger to the sin bin. 1-0 lead for the Muskies. Cook once again at the top. Again, they're strong left with Skylar Thomas down on the crease. Rua had to avoid a check there. Pretty active Bucks penalty killers. Gasparetti getting way out onto Vaughn Harris. The veteran hangs on to that ball. Skylar Thomas, great move. Nice little twister. Very close to a back end. Snake Island thinks it was a back end. It's not called. They have the ball. Kendrick Angus on the run. Stopped. That's a big saver. That was Damon Edwards. Sorry. Kendrick Angus is the 86 the other way who has the goal for Snake Island. So, and we will see him coming out onto the floor right now. Tanner Cook, he's going to rip that one. He scores. Tanner Cook with a beauty. He can shoot it hard, but didn't have to there. He goes for precision and job of making sure that that ball got through traffic. Kendrick Angus with an assist. So he's got a point on each of the two goals. Awesome being back here at the Turtle Dome. Joe Hall, speaking of being back, talked to him at the President's Cup last year, actually just after the President's Cup. Caught him on the phone, and he said, yeah, that's probably about it for me as that ball gets through to Gutka Elijah. And then I saw him a little while ago and said, so you done? Are you playing still? You gonna play? He's like, I might. I said, I thought you said you're done. He said, I said I might be done, which is fair. I think he said he might be done or was probably done. But yeah, he was playing actually over in Prague at the Alice Rebeski Memorial. Had a chat with him there. He was playing with, I think he was with Res Dogs for that one. Is that right? Yeah. And he's still got the itch, still enjoying playing. He's still skilled. Here's a drive to the net. Nice effort there. But Corson Keeley couldn't quite bury it. Good save, Nick Damoud. That is a common theme. He was dynamite in the President's Cup last year, especially in the final against the Brooklyn Merchants in Whitby, the home of the Merchants. Things looked like they were lining up for Brooklyn, but Snake Island was just so good. And now we're going to have a player down on the floor. And they're calling for the trainer right away. Thanks for joining us here on Stamplax YouTube. We got a channel 2 as well now because we're going to have some days where we have multiple games at the same time. So we will occasionally have a game on channel 2. So love you to hit that little subscribe button and subscribe here on Stamplax Productions, and go to channel 2 while you're at it. Subscribe there, and you can set up notifications so you get a notification anytime there's a game coming here on Stamplax Productions. We'll have some Can-Am action with the Grand River Warriors and their home games out of Brantford at the Civic Center. And all these Akwesasne Bucks games. That one gets off of the Bucks, off the stick of Jake Gasparetti, and it will be Muskies ball. They lead 2-0, a little past the midway point of the first period. We do play 3 20-minute periods here in the summer. If you're used to watching the NLL recently, as so many of us are. Tanner Cook, speaking of watching the NLL, lets that one rip. He's going to get his own rebound back. Did it get through to the goalie? It did not. It was off a defender. Oh, yeah, it was. The official calling for the restart. I thought it had gotten through. And now behind the back, what a pass. What a beautiful play. My goodness. Vaughn Harris with the pass to and from Jacob Rouet. Absolutely lovely finish.
Muskies' third goal. Scored by number 28, Vaughn Harris. Assisted by Jacob Rose.
There's a chance as Eccleston will try to get the Bucks on the board. Sky Sunday. There's a glove on the floor. Sunday's shot is blocked out front. Down to a couple of seconds left. Oh, 10 seconds left, sorry. Little one-hand, underhand pass there from Hops. Didn't get through. And it'll be Muskies ball again. Going to collect that mitt was Suggo Swamp wearing the 82. They weren't sure until just before game time where he's going to be playing. He is going out the back door. They have a pretty potent offense. Here's Kendrick Angus. Scores! Kendrick Angus. And that kind of came out of nowhere. I think he realized the Bucks weren't really set defense. Nobody expecting there to be an issue with competitiveness here. Certainly the Bucks missing some players, the Muskies missing some players. Look for a pushback, but the Muskies looking very much like the defending President's Cup champions to this point. It's going to be possession Bucks. They do have some key players not available. Akwesasne does. Goaltender Sugga Thompson, expected to be a big part of it. Of course, the son of Mikey Thompson, a longtime NLLer and former Mann Cup MVP. That shot from Eccleston is stopped by Nick Damoud, the current President's Cup MVP. Here's Tanner Cook. Sean Evans not here. I don't think he'll be here for a ton of games, but he is coming and playing. Nice behind the back pass. Skylar Thomas. Somehow that was stopped. It is a reset. Clark Peterson, as we mentioned, not here. He's busy in Halifax today. Vaughn Harris thought he was kind of hooked. Hard to argue, but here's a break for Joey Gasparetti. Another save by Nick Damoud, but that one gets away. It's a great putback chance. Bucks can get another possession, but I'm not sure Gasparetti saw that ball, and Rouet will get it. He's going to fling it ahead or bounce it ahead. It's going to be a 4-hopper up to Joe Hall. Heads up play by Brian Rice just to let that pass go by. Good spatial and floor awareness to realize he had a teammate up ahead. Thomas. That shot from Jerry Stotts up for an offensive shift. It's stopped. Nice pass ahead. Here comes Gasparetti. Big save, Damoud. He just takes everything away. I can tell you, running down on him, it does not look like you have a whole lot of space to shoot. And whatever you have, he takes it away pretty quickly. It stays 4-0 as we reach almost 6.5 to go here in the first period. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Three Nations Senior Lacrosse League action from the Turtle Dome here on Stamp Lax Productions. Rouet, the last man out for the offensive set, is going to pass it off and then cut through middle. Go backdoor to Harris. He's open again, but a nice hand save. Kobe Johnson got just enough of that one. Back to Rouet, over to Harris as their strong left once again. Grennan wants the ball. He's going to flip it back door, though. A little too high for Hall, and it's snagged there by Hops. Zach Hops with the outlet pass. He's got his man. Elijah coming off the bench. Another save. Nick Damoud. The Bucks are creating some opportunities. Oh, watch the center line. Nice job, Sky Sunday. Perfect positioning to get that ball and make sure he stayed out of trouble. Stayed away from the over and back possibility. Hands it off there to Elijah. Oh, nice pass through the middle. Didn't quite get through to Ty Thompson. Good look from Eccleston. And Curtis Connolly just rumbling up the floor, hands it off. There's a save by the post or the crossbar. That's off the stick of Suggo Swamp. That's going to be a through the crease. Swamp the first to touch it, or first to receive a pass after going through. And 5.5 to go. It's 4-0 Muskies. Elijah down to Eccleston. He's going to come to the near side. And Kobe Cree thought he had a lane. Stotts took it away. There's the pick, the roll, the shot low, scores. Kobe Cree breaks the goose egg. First of the year for the Bucks. To the offensive player with him, that was Keldrin King, looking for the pass or looking to draw the defender away. He did so, and we've got ourselves a 4-1 game, 5:07 to go here in the first. It is bright and flashy around here. We've got a spotlight right behind us, and it kind of swings around the booth here as we're calling and filming the game. We got Carrie McMaster Stamp on camera, doing a great job. And now we have a battle for the face-off. Gaspardi has it. Thought of it going to the net, had to double clutch. Doesn't have numbers, so he'll leave it there for Torrin Eccleston. Howie Francis gets the primary assist on the Kobe Cree goal, the only assist. Liam Aston shooting for the far top corner, but throwing up the chicken wing was Nick Damoud. Reset those Sky Sunday tracks that one down. Long pass connects with Nathan Grennan. Here's Cook. Cook, wide open look. Oh, almost knocked in. Kobe Johnson made the save, spun to look for it, and actually banged it with his stick. Thomas to Grennan. He'll like that shot, but there was a bit of a block of the stick. And Johnson with the outlet pass. He's going to find Corson Keeley, who's obviously running a bit of transition. He'll play up front as well. Keeley, dynamite player. Going to the net, shoots, but there's going to be a penalty coming. That will be Jerry Stott getting a slashing call. So trailing by 3, the Bucks will go back to the power play. I'd like to thank our sponsors tonight. Mohawk Mitts, Big Boys, Gas and Tobacco, Boutique, and the ILA Sports for making this broadcast possible. Eccleston at the top to Francis as her strong left once again. There's Ty Thompson getting a touch. Sunday quickly up to Aston. Aston will get it back. They're just going to play catch for a little bit. There's the pick. Pretty good lane for Eccleston. Goes to the net, shoots, save. Boy, Nick Damoud's sharp. Abby Bomberry will run onto this one. He's going to the net. He's going to pull it back out wisely, but boy, he was checking to see if there was a chance. Joe Hall with it. They find Tanner Cook coming off the bench. Vaughn Harris there with him. They have a little chat. There's a cutter. There's Kendrick Angus. Ready for a moment. And now we have a penalty coming. And we're going to have a 5-on-3 the other way. That will be Kendrick Angus. It's going to be a delay of game call. Second we've seen tonight. He bumps into the official. No harm, no foul. He was actually trying to go around, and the official cut that way. Didn't see him, and a little collision. Everyone stayed nice and calm. Got to like that. Strong left once again. Aston backdoor, nice save. Boy, Damoud moves nicely. Post to post, didn't get too high in the arc, so he could get back to that left post of his, or the post to his left. Looking around very wisely was Nathan Fair. Harris fighting through a few Bucks. You can see Hops pulling the hands back to avoid a holding call. There's Stone Chubb on the check. Harris almost got his own rebound. And the 30 saw a sign for the reset. I'm not sure if they're saying it got through to Johnson. Either way, though, the Bucks come away with it. They go back to the power play with 21 seconds on the first penalty, so on the 5-on-3. They've only got 4 guys out there. They're now sending Damon Edwards up to be the safety outlet at the top. That shot gets wide, but nice job there by Brian Rice. Then he overruns the ball. Thompson, Ty Thompson, that is, with the shot and the goal. That is a lovely finish. A little oops, but then he gets it back. And as before, it's a beautiful finish by Ty Thompson. He still got it. And it's a 4-2 game with 49 seconds left on the second penalty. The pushback is coming from the Bucks. Ashton Jacobs at the dot for the Bucks. Ready to roll. He's up against Nathan Fair. It's going to be the ball team that's going to decide who wins this one. And is snagged there by Torrin Eccleston. He'll just flip it behind him. Nicely done getting it over to Gasparetti, who will hand it off to Francis and head to the bench as the power play will come back out. Still 20 seconds on the shot clock. And they're just getting everybody out on the floor. They go strong right. First time we've seen that. With Aston at the top. Eccleston thought about going underneath, but the angle taken away pretty nicely there by Fair, who's having himself a strong game. Francis to Aston behind the back. Kobe Cree reaches around, gets the shot off. Foot saved by Damoud. Straight out to Eccleston, who's going to flip it, get it back. Cree. Sky Sunday taking his time. Got tons of time on the shot clock, but the penalty is over. And racing in from the penalty box, Kendrick Angus almost caught that jump ball as it bounced up in the air. It does go back to the Bucks. And Eccleston feeds it to Francis, rips one off the post. Great chance for the two big men, Eccleston and Francis. And Nick Damoud will just wait for that ball to be touched by Eccleston. So the Muskies won't be able to just wait for a final shot here. So they're going to leave Damoud in the crease with 30 seconds left here. 18 on the shot clock. Harris over to Rouet. Nice crowd filtering in here. If you ever get a chance to come to a game at the Turtle Dome, do it. If you're anywhere nearby. I mean, I drove 4.5 hours to get here, and I would do it again. I will do it again. There's a shot by Vaughn Harris. Almost got it back. Now 10 seconds left. The Bucks are going to take their time. I think they may just let this, they're going to just let this period finish. It's a 5-second count. They're saying, and Kobe Johnson's saying, I didn't pick it up. I didn't have possession. So Joe Hall will go and get it. And that's not delay a game really because he knocked the ball into the corner, which he can do because as a goalie, it doesn't start in your crease, obviously. But a chance for Cook is just wide. And we will go to the intermission with the score 4-2 in favor of the Snake Island Muskies. And Kobe Johnson still talking about, hey, I didn't pick it up. Shouldn't have started. We'll come back. Thanks again to our sponsors. And we will see you in 10 minutes back here at Anoa Lagoa Arena. Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the Noah Lagoa Arena for the Noah Lagoa Bowl. It is the Snake Island Muskies, who you see there, leading 4-2 over the Akwesasne Bucks. The Bucks, the home team today. These two teams share this arena, hence the name, the Noah Lagoa Bowl. I may be the only person who says that, but I'm sticking with it. Glad to have you with us, lacrosse friends. I'm Steven Stamp. And this is the season opener for the Three Nations Senior Lacrosse League. And the Snake Island Muskies are the defending champions. The Akwesasne Bucks definitely making a push to try and unseat them as the league champions and then have a go at the President's Cup title, which will be held in Alberta in the Edmonton area this year. Ganawage Mohawks, the third team, they were also really loaded up. Fourth team in the league, the Capital Region Axemen, to try and have a say as well, as it is a four-team league, part of the First Nations Lacrosse Association. The other Senior B league within that is the Can-Am League. Brett Bucktooth having a bit of a chat with the officials before they get rolling, as he is heading back now onto the Bucks bench. 4-2 for the Muskies. Second period action is underway. It was a little bit quick for Nathan Fair. He gives just a moment's look of no, and then he is ready to roll. Howie Francis hands that one off. He's going to set a screen for Eccleston. A little bit low, but caught by Aston Francis. He's going to let that rip. Just wide. May have been a little stick-on-stick check. It sounded like it. Now the shot from Aston is wide, and we're going to run out of time on the 30-second clock. It'll be Muskies' possession. Curtis Conley will come away with it. And Skylar Thomas. Skylar Thomas can make even just getting over to the far side of the floor exciting with his footwork, with his stick skills. Thanks for being with us, lacrosse friends. That one's pulled down. No penalty. I think probably a good non-call. Not sure that rose to the level of a foul by Joey Gasparetti. And the Bucks come forward. Ball handed off there by Stone Chubb. He'll stay and play in the offensive zone. Near side, Corson Keelier over the top, misses. That will get up out of play, past the netting, bounces around. Nobody can make the grab, so it's right down along the boards. And a young fan is down there, and he's going to throw it up to somebody. Oh, no, he actually had to have a push down. It stopped just before falling out of the seating area. Nice crowd here in the Noah Lagoa Arena. Keldron King backpedaled, handed across. Now they're going to go driving to the net as Torrin Eccleston. Really nice two-man defense there. Well played by Shane Francis, number 2. But that's going to lead to a goal on the run. Big finish there. And they will get over to give some congratulations to Sky Sunday, who just snuck that one through. You can tell it's a Bucks home game because they've got the smoke and the sound effects going. Passed, not shot, and I was imagining things, but no, it was a shot by Torrin Eccleston, who bounces that one in. He was spectacular once again in the final game of the Georgia Swarm season in their playoff series against the Halifax Thunderbirds. Here's the ball ahead as it's a one-goal game now, and Eccleston trying to even it up, does so. What a finish by Torrin Eccleston. That is a great play. On that play to try and stop Torrin Eccleston. Back-to-back goals. It is 4-4. The first 4 from the Muskies, the last 4 from the Bucks, and we have a battle going in the Noah Lagoa Bowl. Chris Willman will get possession for the Muskies on that draw. Hands off the face-off twig that is, man, that is looking old, as face-off twigs tend to do when they survive. Thanks for being with us, lacrosse friends. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Three Nations Lacrosse League action. And Skylar Thomas is stopped by Kobe Johnson and will land in the crease. That's a crease violation. Gasparetti up over center. Hands it off to Eccleston. Has the last 2 goals. You can see how closely they're watching him. Marcus Minichiello getting out on him as this one's passed from Francis to the far side. Aston looking for someone to pass to. Feeds it down. Just gets away there from Kobe Cree. He fakes. Shoots. That one actually hit Francis in front. Eccleston will get it back. He's going to be able to get a shot on net or wide of the net. 30 was expiring. Just trying to get a reset, unable to. And here come the Muskies. Joe Hall's going to go to the far bench to get this one and start up. Von Harris, nice pass. Jacob Rua, beautiful bouncer. What a shot from Rua. Just talking to his parents in the stands. They're stoked about the season being under. And he's back in front. Willman and Jacobs battling, and that will be Snake Island possession once again. Another violation called on Ashton Jacobs. Chris Willman is a beast, and they're so strong, so experienced at the dot. I mean, Jacobs is good, but Willman makes it very tough. Get possession, drive to the net, and they score. That's Von Harris again. Let's see what happens. For that one. Just like that, we had 4 straight goals from the Bucks, and now 2 in a row quickly from the Muskies, and it's 6-4. Thanks for being with us, lacrosse friends. Hope everyone's having a great time today. It's quite a game. Haven't seen a whole lot of start of the season rustiness. And as I say that, of course, a ball pops away from a player. But then Jerry Stotts with a really nice outlet pass gets it out to Brian Rice. Rice will hand it off. And Muskies back in the offensive zone. Ruiz swings. Here's Cook driving to the net. Just wide. It did get off the foot of Kobe Johnson. Boy, Cook is a force when he gets going downhill. We're going to have a couple of penalties here, 1 to each team. Just trying to kind of keep things contained. Joe Hall having a chat with one of the Bucks. As he heads, it's going to be Tanner Theed he's talking to. As he and Theed will go to the penalty box. That'll make us 4-on-4 for the next couple of minutes. A little bit more space for the teams to work with. Tanner Cook's going to start with possession. He's got Nate Grennan over in the corner, who's already taking some hard cross checks from Tyler Armstrong. Grennan said or did something. Armstrong threw a kind of punch at the chest, but it was a cross check technically, I suppose. There's a big pick by Cook. The roll, that is well defended by Tyler Armstrong and Damon Edwards on the 2-man defense. The ball is loose. No, Cook has it. He did get possession. He's not going to be able to get a dunk attempt. I think the Muskies and their fans are thinking maybe a bit of a slash to the thigh. That one is off the post from Grennan, way up in the air. And it hits the rafters in the high ceiling here at the Turtle Dome eventually and comes back down. Minute and a half to go in the matching penalties to Theed and Hall. And the Muskies still with the ball. Here's Von Harris. He had the last one. He's going underneath again. He's got a great chance saved by Kobe Johnson. What a quick step by Von Harris to get rolling. And now Jake Gasparetti up over center and heads to the bench. Gutka Elijah will hand that ball off as the rest of the Bucks get out. We're back to 4-on-4 still. Ty Thompson had a beautiful goal in the first period. Or actually, I guess it was in the first. Shooting the other way. One of the 2 that the Bucks got in that first frame. Oh, that pass is a little bit high. It's going to be snagged. And the outlet pass coming from Malian. Nathan Fair will fling it ahead. Boy, Kendrick Angus is thinking right to the net. That's going to be 2 for lassoing. A little bulldogging as Not much debate there. And it's going to be a 4-on-3. As Stone Chubb goes to the box. It looks like Nick Damoud wants a bit of a drink. Late grabbing that replay, but so we have just about 5 minutes gone here in the second period. Of course, summer, we are back to playing 3x20. Got 10 minutes in between. That's going to be a 4-on-3 for the Muskies, who lead 6-4. I'm Steven Stamp. Thanks for being with us here on Stamp Lax Productions on YouTube. Please do subscribe and go check out Stamp Lax too. There's nothing there yet, but you can subscribe anyway. And we will have some games coming up on that channel as well, and then they will appear on the playlist on one, so you can get to them easily enough. Goaltenders heading back to their nets. Kobe Johnson is refreshed after getting his drink. Cook will start with the ball up at the top. He's got Skylar Thomas on the left side with him this time. Rouet and Harris, the righties again, as Harris takes this pass. Like Zach Hobbs filling the penalty, along with Damon Edwards and Jake Gasparetti. Oh, on the crease, Rouet, but it just gets away from him. It is grabbed, though, by Harris. 15 left on the shot clock behind the back. Oh, Thomas wide open. How that stayed out post to post. Wow. Skylar Thomas can't believe it. He looks up to the rafters as he heads back to the bench. And now we have a penalty coming, delayed call against the Muskies. And the Bucks are pretty happy to let time tick away. Because as the first penalties expire, we go to 5-on-4. Now actually 5-on-5 with the goalie pulled. And they are just killing that first penalty. The 30 expires. I think there's another penalty coming. I don't know, 2 officials had their hands up. I don't think that was the case in the beginning. We'll see. Jerry Stotts is going. Let's just take a peek at that last play. And stays out. And it is 2 players, Rouet and Stotts, both going. So it will be a 4-on-3 to begin for the Bucks for up to 1:09. If they score, then we'll go to 4-on-4. And here we go. Eccleston and Keeley, the lefties. Aston at there was Sky Sunday. That one's knocked away by Minichiello. Curtis Conley over on the other side, along with Abby Bomberry. That one, they're saying it got up out of play and didn't touch the goalie. So it's going to be out of play and possession to the Muskies. That one's a bit high, but it does make its way through to Von Harris. And Harris, oh, what a cut. Gets a pretty decent shot off miss. The net went through the crease. Gives a little bit of a shove, and off he goes to the bench. Bucks right back up to the 4-on-3. Still just over half a minute on the first penalty, on the Bucks penalty. That will release Stone Chubb in 20 seconds. Great chance for them to try and get back the 2 goals by which they trail. Sky Sunday was cutting. They didn't think the lane was there to pass it to him. Now Sunday's up at the top and gets it. He likes that shot, but it's saved by Nick Damoud. Straight to Keeley. Aston wasn't ready for that pass, and it is snagged there. On the run is Caleb Mallion. Aston trailing back to check him, but Mallion hangs onto the ball, switches, shoots. That's a reset. Curtis Conley will race ahead, but then he stops. And hustling back, Corson Keeley's going to get that ball. It's a break a chance. Torrin Eccleston, what a save, Nick Damoud. That's a great stop by Damoud. Conley will flick it ahead. It is 5-on-3 for another 27 seconds, but it's going well here for the Muskies. They can kill, wow, basically the whole penalty. The shot clock and penalties are pretty much exactly in sync. Von Harris, he's just going to run around for another 8 seconds or so. Makes the pass to Skylar Thomas. He might take a rip there. He does. It's stopped by Kobe Johnson. jailbreak on the far side as Rouet gets out and immediately starts forechecking. Then as Jerry Stotts steals the ball, Rouet smartly stayed in the change box. He wasn't sure if someone had gone out for him. He was getting to the box, saw that the ball had been picked off by Stotts, and I think Stotts was saying, come with me, but he didn't know if somebody had gone out the other end of the bench. They probably had. That's some pretty veteran smarts. And we're back to even strength as we're 8 minutes into this second period. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Three Nations Senior Lacrosse League action. It's the Akwesasne Bucks at home in Noah Lagoa Arena against the visiting Snake Island Muskies, not visiting from far. Big defense there, and coming away with the ball, Shane Francis. Man, he's still got it. Rouet with a hard shot, tries 5-hole. Johnson makes the stop. Elijah lost the ball. He was looking up the floor, just rolled out of his stick, and Rouet picks it up. Backdoor Cook was maybe there. Miles Jacobs was coming down to cover him. I think that Rouet felt the pass wasn't really likely to get through. Now Cook will shovel one back. Grennan, a little short arm shot. Stopped by Johnson, but the 30 reset as it goes right back out to Vaughn Harris. Long defensive shift here for the Bucks. Please do go and subscribe to Stamp Lax YouTube. So that shot by Tanner Cook is turned aside. Kobe Johnson getting sharper as this game goes on. Thomas going to get a pick here from Grennan. Takes the shot. Johnson has it. It's in the gear. Actually, it's between the arm and the body. Drew wisely hangs onto it. Long bounce pass will be picked off. That was a little bit overambitious on that one. Snake Island wanted a penalty, but it was just a couple of players colliding as one was coming on, one was going off. And the Bucks into the offensive zone. Sky Sunday will find Corson Keeley. Keeley back to Sunday. Eccleston circling from behind the net. Little flip pass. Aston couldn't quite control it in time to get a shot. He's trying to spin. Watched really well by Malian. Nice little duck by Ty Thompson to get a pretty good shot off, but Damoud another save. Oh, that's a nice behind the back on the run by Curtis Conley. Gets it ahead, and they'll slow things down a little bit with Suggo Swamp in possession of the ball. Little pick from Skylar Thomas, and he'll head to the net, but it's Joe Hall with the ball on his offside. Leaves it there for Harris. Quite an opening game to the season. It's the season opener for the TNSLL. That shot from Harris actually hit the backside of the crossbar. Spinning reverse whip. What an effort by Kendrick Angus. Couple goals, couple of assists for him today. He is really having himself a game. That one doesn't go, though, in the Bucks into the offensive zone. Nice little stop and start from Keldrin King, and he hands it off to Sky Sunday. Bucks trying to push to get back. They did come back from the early 4-0 deficit, tied it all up. But then 2 in a row for the Muskies, and now a chance and a break from Jerry Stotts after the illegal pick at the other end, but it won't quite connect, and Kobe Johnson lobs it ahead. Here's Damon Edwards. He's going to pass it off and head back to the bench. Get it back into the defensive line as Sky Sunday sets up. Elijah, that one was blocked out front. Brian Rice getting a bit of it. Eccleston will just roll it up top. 8 on the shot clock. Diving. Nice attempt, great pass to get it through to Kobe Cree from Sky Sunday, but it will be possession to the Muskies, and Abby Bomberry makes the clearing pass. Here's Nathan Grennan. Less than 9 to go here in the second. Thanks for being with us, lacrosse friends. The cutting Grennan couldn't quite accept that pass. Behind the back from Cook. Beauty attempt, but it's stopped by Johnson, and that results with a crease call. They push it quickly up the floor. Liam Aston thought about going to the net. Working with Corson Keeley, who's got it now. Back up to Ty Thompson, quickly over to Aston. Sky Sunday circled around behind the net, trying to draw some attention. Aston gets the shot off. Now just taken off here is Malian. Malian will spin, make the short pass to Skylar Thomas. Had to be alert to get that one. Thomas, hard pass through. That's off of Gasparetti. It got up. I think it touched the ceiling. That should be Muskie's possession. And the refs are going to get together. You see, I think it went off Gasparetti up and hit the rafters. Oh, no, they're going to say Bucks ball. Maybe they're saying it went off of a Muskie. Or they weren't 100% sure. Either way, the Bucks get it. We'll try to close the gap once again. Sunday tries to spin under the check. He's got Cree with him to set another pick. Oh, nice roll. The pass almost there. I mean, Cree just couldn't quite get it. There is some room for Sunday to shoot, but Nick Damoud saw that one all the way. Looking up the floor. It's going to be a low pass caught, no problem, by Abby Bomberry. Harris over to Cook as the Muskies set up once again. Approaching 7 to go here in the second period. It is flying by. Fun game. Hard rip, near side Von Harris. Kobe Johnson wasn't too sure, but he did make the stop. Nice job by Damon Edwards to spin away from the forecheck. Looked like he was thinking about a shot. The roll is there. He was really nicely picked up on defense. I think that was Nathan Fair getting him. Ty Thompson. Come to Eccleston. Gets away from him. They got 7 on the shot clock. Howie Francis fights through a check from Stotts. Bounces one. Good positioning by the Muskies as the Bucks were heading to the bench for a change. Eccleston got de-sticked. And here's Joe Hall. He faked, shoots, gets bumped by Tanner Theed. The two of them went to the box earlier after exchanging some pleasantries. I'm sure Joe Hall saw that was number 55 who bumped him. Clean hit, but still. I don't know if Joe liked getting bounced to the turf like that. Here come the Bucks with about 6 to go in the second. Still down by 2. Kobe Cree thought about the shot, over to Elijah instead. Elijah will go and try and open something up for Corson Keeley. Had a pretty nice seal. There's a shot right on the net. Damoud stops that and says, hang on, everybody. It's under me, or in me. Or there it is. He clears out. And we're going to have a water break for the goaltenders. What a game. It is 6-4 for the Muskies. 5:45 to go here in the second. So the goalies will get some water. The teams, normally I think they do tell the teams not to go. Maybe it is actually an official's timeout. Because normally if it's just a goalie water break, the players are instructed to stay out on the floor. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Boutique, ILA Sports, Mohawk Mitts, and Big Boys Gas and Tobacco for making this possible. Thanks to the Akwesasne Bucks for bringing us out. Thanks to everyone here at the Turtle Dome. This is a nice crowd for the season opener. Great to see everybody here, and one of my favorite arenas in the sport. Will be Muskies ball. And starting with it is Kendrick Angus. Flips it over to Cook. He's got Skylar Thomas with him and Grennan as well as their strong left. Cook hands it off, and Thomas rolling over the top. Nothing there. To Harris, back to Cook. Oh, that's a nice save. A pretty good check there from Zach Hops, getting a bit of a touch on Cook as he went to the net, and Kobe Johnson makes the stop. It's handed off there. Sky Sunday over to Cree, gets it back. Sunday, a little fake behind the back. Now that takes the behind the back. Nice save by Damoud. Grennan looking long. It's actually caught on the way to him by Shane Francis, who gets the give and go. Nicely defended there by Joey Gasparetti. That one's going to roll all the way down for an over and back. Ashton Jacobs will be on it. He's definitely not going to have numbers. There's all kinds of white jerseys around him, so he wisely just lobs it over. Lets Sky Sunday set things up. Driving underneath. That shot stopped by Damoud. Pretty good defensive pressure from Minichiello. That's Howie Francis goes to the net. A couple of big bodies there. Conley will flip this one ahead. Thomas over to Cook. Surveying his options, rips one. Johnson stopped it, looked behind him. It did get behind, but not far enough. And it's grabbed there by Damon Edwards. He'll get it ahead to Zach Hops. It'll be near 4 minutes to go in the second. Haven't had any scoring for a while. The goalie's coming up big. The Pipes have made a few stops as well. Gutka Elijah Finds Kobe Cree. Again, no Clark Peterson, no Sean Evans. That one's off the post. That's for the Bucks. Also no Justin Martin, no Sugga Thompson in net. Kobe Johnson started a little slowly, I think, but he has really found his footing as this game has gone on. He's looking solid between the pipes for the Bucks. Nick Daymood in the frame here for the Muskies. Ty Thompson hands it off Eccleston, seeing what he can create. Dives underneath, shoots, crease violation when he lands. A nice save by Daymood. You're going to see that kind of play from Torrin Eccleston. We saw plenty of it last week in the playoffs. Looking a lot like Nolan Byrne, who was replacing as Byrne was dinged up a little. Jacob Rouet hands it off. Skylar Thomas sees a lane opening up, rips one. That's true. That's a goal for Skylar Thomas. We're used to seeing him score right on top of the crease. This time from distance shows some more of the variety to his game. A little bit of a pushing and shoving match. That's Tanner Theed having a word with Nate. Sneaks that one through. Seven to 4, the score for the Muskies after Thomas rockets that one from downtown. Comes Stone Chubb handling off there. 3 minutes to go in this second period. Thanks for being with us on Stamp Black's YouTube. Sky Sunday steps around, nice lane, gets a shot off, big save, Daymood. What a patient play by Sky Sunday to really get himself a good look. And now Minichiello, boy, he covers ground in a hurry. Lobbed up top, and Tanner Cook will set up the offense. Speaking about the Alice Trubetsky tournament in Prague a little earlier, he was there as well, playing for Gold Star Tel Aviv. That was through the crease and taking a pass from Skylar Thomas. He was questioning it and then said, oh, yeah, okay. I think that's what he said. Bucks setting up Sky Sunday. Easy to see with the orange shoes and the shiny orange head on the helmet. Eccleston over the top. Good defense. That shot turned aside by Daymood. Diving attempt. Nice effort there from Keldron King. Couldn't quite bury it. Now the forecheck pressure makes the clear a little bit more challenging, but Jerry Stotts calmly rips it ahead to Rouet. And the Muskies back in the offensive zone, leading by 3 with less than 2 to go here in the second. Grennan fires one, scores. Just sneaks it past the left foot of Kobe Johnson. We had 4 in a row by the Muskies to start, 4 in a row by the Bucks in response. It'll be Willman and Jacobs at the dot again with 1:45 to go here in the second. Do make sure to subscribe to Stamp Black's YouTube. We'll have Bucks games coming to you from Anoa Lagoa Arena all season. We'll have Grand River Warriors games in the Can-Am. I think we're going to have some Muskies games. Of all kinds of excitement. We've got some other stuff coming up as the summer progresses. It's going to be a very exciting year. We've had women's MSL provincials the last couple of years. We expect that again this year. Hard rip from Grennan. That one stopped by Johnson. Yeah, that'll be at Six Nations at the ILA this year. Last year we were from Peterborough, the year before from Niagara-on-the-Lake. There's a really improving league, the women's MSL. But right now the focus, the Three Nations League of the FNLA, as Keeley hands it across to Eccleston, who thought about the flip pass, goes behind the net instead to Keeley. Liam Aston over oh, what a pass. Nice finish. That is a beauty. What a two-man game. Thing of beauty. Played to perfection. Great job by the Bucks to get one back after that 4-goal run from the Muskies. And is that Willman again? Yeah, that is. Looks like a different number. No, that is Chris Willman at the dot for the Muskies. He was up that time against Kobe Cree, and the Bucks will get possession. Sky Sunday scored that goal, and he's got the ball as we're into the final minute of the second. Hard rip off target, put back attempt. Great chance. Keldron King can't believe he missed that one. Eccleston's shot is blocked, then it hits the official. Jerry Stotts get it. Oh, nice pass under pressure to lob it ahead to Caleb Mallion. That's where you don't have to be perfect with the pass. Just get it out of the danger zone where the player can go get it. He does. Nice job. Here come the Muskies. 23 to go. They've got 14 on the shot clock. About a 7-second difference. Thomas with the shot. Dunk attempt. Are you kidding me? No way. No goal. Joe Hall, they're celebrating. They think Joe Hall has defied time to score a gorgeous wraparound. We're going to have a timeout taken, one of the 2 per game that each team gets as the Bucks with possession. And they'll try and set something up with the extra attacker with 12.7 to go here in the second. I recommend that you go back and take a peek at that Joe Hall diving dunk attempt. See what you think. Was it a good goal? Was it crease? The refs get it right a lot of the time, but it's hard in full speed. I think there's probably a lot of us who have been Joe Hall fans for a long time who are saying, let him have that one. Muskies getting their defensive strategy all set. Kobe Johnson is over at the bench, as you can see, for the Bucks. We have a little chat going on with the officials. To Abby Bomberry of the Muskies and Zach Hops, a couple of veterans, as he is with the Bucks, just having a talk about things, getting a sense of exactly how everything's going to be called. Stotts, Minichiello, Conley, Bomberry, and Brian Rice out there for the Muskies on D. The lefties, Eccleston, Ty Thompson, and there's Howie Francis in the slot. The righties, Sky Sunday down on the crease, Kobe Cree on the shooter spot, and Liam Aston up top. He's going to get this pass from Eccleston. They've got 5 seconds. The shot stopped, and the Muskies are going to rip the ball length of the floor, and that was not very late. Gary Stotts, he is laughing over there because he almost had that one. And we are going to go to the break. We'll be back in 10 minutes. It's 8-5 for the Muskies, and we will see you when we return. Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the Noah Lagoa Arena. You see there, that is Nicky Daymood. To our left, as the Muskies enter the third period with an 8-5 lead. There on our right is Kobe Johnson between the pipes for the Muskies, and we will hit the face-off. Chris Willman, Ashton Jacobs. We are going to get underway here in the final 20 minutes of the opening game of the 2026 Three Nations Lacrosse League season. I'm Steven Stamp. Thanks so much for being with us, lacrosse friends. 20 to go. And we're underway. Nice clamp there by Jacobs. Had the ball, but it gets away from him. Now it's going to be the ball teams going after it. Gasparetti almost had it. Now Minicchiello in good position, but nice fight there. Good work from Tyler Armstrong to get body position and just hold his ground. That allows him to get up to Eccleston. There's a couple of goals this game for the Bucks. You can hear the bench saying hold as Ecclestone may have faced a little bit of a tug. Caleb Mallion flings that one ahead, finds Tanner Cook coming off the bench. Thomas back to Cook immediately. Thomas cutting through. Pretty well picked up there. Nice D by Joey Gasparetti. Vaughn Harris gets it down into the corner. Keldrin King with the hard rip. Or sorry, that was Kendrick Angus. I'll get it. Kobe Johnson comes away with it. Flings the ball ahead, and here's the pass now to Corson Keeley on the run. No number, so he'll slow things down a little bit. Ty Thompson moves it on quickly. Here comes Aston over the top. Solid shell defensively here from the Muskies. Bucks trying to open something up. Can't get the pass through to Aston. They've got 5 left on the shot clock. He'll pass it down. Chance for Kobe Cree. Does get one on, but nobody around. He's going to pressure a little bit for the rebound, but Jerry Stotts makes the pass ahead. And here is Nate Grennan getting it back from Skylar Thomas. Grennan's shot is blocked out front. He's going to be the first one there, but he collides with Tyler Armstrong. And this is going to be quite a battle for the ball. Cook gets it. He is surrounded down to 8 seconds on the shot clock as he gets it over to Jake Rouet on the far side. Rouet trying to fight through Jacobs. Good defense. And that's Gasparetti with it. Forecheck pressure from Rouet. And Jake Gasparetti will wisely just roll that one ahead. Here's Elijah in the corner. Watched there by Abby Bomberry. Comes out to Sky Sunday. Brian Rice out on him. Cuts through. Nice little slide defense there, but a shot taken by Keldrin King. Eccleston into Howie Francis. Francis has his helmet knocked up onto his head a little bit. Pulls it down. A little tap out front of the Muskies net as their team moves into the offensive zone. Skylar Thomas. He's going to get shut down on that attempt to get to the net by Damon Edwards. That shot's off of Johnson, and it's going to get out to Stone Chubb. He can't quite corral it, though. Kendrick Angus tried to grab that one, actually knocked it ahead to Joe Hall, and Joe Hall will roll a pass over. We're seeing a couple of roll passes here in the last couple of minutes. Angus over to Cook. Cook trying to break down Damon Edwards, who defends him well, and there's some help from Gasparetti. Grennan falls to the turf. The pass is a little bit behind Cook. Gasparetti will get it, lobs it ahead. Oh, nice job changing direction to get it. Couldn't quite grab the ball. Oh, what a chance there on the run for Damon Edwards. Had to turn from looking over the left shoulder to the right. That's a tricky one. You see wide receivers, or receivers in football do that. He tried to get it, just trickles off the end of the net, off the end of the stick. Jacob Rouet feeds it through. Skylar Thomas rips one. Kobe Johnson's right there for it. Jacobs, nice job to communicate to him to get the ball ahead. Keeley bobbled it. Still trying to get a chance. Tries to go between the legs, hit a defender or himself. Not sure. Either way, it winds up as a shot for Ty Thompson, but that one goes quickly the other way. Curtis Conley with the pass up ahead. Joe Hall's going to slow it down a little bit as the Muskies get their offensive cohort out. Jerry Stotts is going to go and be the 5th attacker. Rouet takes a big bump from Theed, being held by Theed, and that's going to be a minor penalty for holding. Comes back out to Stotts. 1 second to shoot. They'll run out of time. And Theed, I think, gave somebody a bit of a shove after the play. But he's going to go to the box yet again. This time for holding. With an 8-5 lead, the Muskies go to the power play with just over 15 to go here in the 3rd period. Interesting little chat going on down here. You see them just breaking up. Those are the 3 lefties. Cook up at the top. Nate Grennan at the shooter spot and Skylar Thomas down in the crease. They were having a chat. It'd be interesting to see what they come out with here as Thomas gets it. Figure they've got something in mind. Goes over to Harris. Cook gets it back. Here comes the play they were talking about. Sets a pick. There's the pick. There's the roll. Great chance, great look. Skylar Thomas just put it right into the buck on the jersey of Kobe Johnson. Gasparetti, he's going to have a go. That one's stopped by Nicky Damoud. You see Gasparetti kind of deceptively gliding and then a little acceleration to make sure he can get a shooting angle, but Damoud was ready to stop that shorthanded attempt. Vaughn Harris, hard rip. Johnson stops that. Oh, what a pickup by Hobbs. And he'll roll it ahead to the man off the bench. Muskies thought Eccleston was early, but he's going to get a shorthanded goal. I've hit the replay button, and I'm hoping we're going to get the pass here. Yeah, we will. Look at this. Right there, the ball is rolled ahead. You see Eccleston so patient, realizing he's got room, gets this shot off, and rips it home. That's a big shorthanded goal by Eccleston and the Bucks to pull it back within 2. What a swing with a 3-goal lead. Team on the power play with a chance to make it 4 once again, and instead, it's the Muskies. So we had 4 goals by the Muskies, 4 goals by the Bucks, 4 goals by the Muskies. Now we've got 2 by the Bucks. Can the Bucks keep it rolling? Obviously, they'd love to get a couple more and tie this back up. Sure, the Muskies have other plans, but that one gets away. It's tapped ahead. Here's a great chance. Stone Chubb. Nice save, Damoud. Chubb gets buried by Marcus Minichiello as he shoots. Somebody lost their stick. I think that's Minichiello. Yeah, he's without his stick, but it will be tossed over. Here's a shot at the other end by Joe Hall. Bounces all the way back and into the Akwesasne into the Snake Island bench. Did not hit anyone from the Bucks, so it will be Akwesasne ball. Kobe Crease slowing things down. Zach Hobbs gets the assist for that lovely roll pass. The beauty of it was that it timed it to give Torrin Eccleston time to get onto the floor and get the ball while they had a defender heading off. Perfectly timed, I thought. Nice job getting forward there by Suggo Swamp. Skylar Thomas with it, seeing who's got with him. We'll go to Grennan. Still 10 on the power play. Chance in front for Grennan. It's off either the foot of Johnson or the post. Thomas has it. Passes it out front. There's a shot that, if the Bucks can get it, could lead to a break the other way. They've got a man down the floor. Now they got a whole bunch of guys on the floor, actually. As Tanner Theed came out, and there was a Buck coming on. And a diving attempt. What a goal. Nathan Grennan. And we're going to see some of those. The guys are pretty excited to get to use the crease in that way this year. See, Skylar Thomas draws the defender behind the back, and Grennan just extends and reaches around to tuck it home. He knows what's going on. He knows that one's in. Power play goal, 9-6 for the Snake Island Muskies. Beautiful finish. Pretty nice little pass, too, by Skylar Thomas as Grennan buries that one. 3-goal lead once again for the Muskies. Good clamp there from Willman, but Jacobs working hard and racing onto it was Chubb. Eccleston has it, tries to feed it through. Nice job tipping that away by Abby Bomberry. Eccleston runs through Bomberry on his way to forecheck and then heads to the bench. We're going to have an illegal substitution call. Bit of a loose change for the Muskies, and the Bucks will go to the power play.
Muskies penalty for 2 men, served by number 19, Joe Hall.
Ty Thompson at the top of the power play. Here's Eccleston over the shooter spot, and Howie Francis down low for the lefties. Got Stotts and Conley on that side. Minichiello's going to take this outlet pass. Has to reach back for it. He gets it. Oh, what a play. Saved by Kobe Johnson. That's a nice one. Gasparetti brings it forward, and the Bucks go back to their man upset. Eccleston directs Francis into the corner with his head. Ty Thompson back to the top. Scored a beauty in the first. He's going to pass this one instead of pick. That's a great pick to open it up. That is not off of anybody, so it will be Muskies' ball. Still 1:10 to go in the power play for the Bucks. So they've got some time to work with. Muskies will kill this as Cook backs towards the boards. Hop step. It's a big pick from Grennan, which actually put the defender hops right into Cook. And here's a drive from Jacob Rouet behind the back. That one's blocked out front. Pretty heads up play there, I would say, by Gasparetti. Not to pick that one up as he was at the verge of the crease. Just lets it roll back in. Kobe Johnson says, go ahead, take it. Here we are back on the offensive power play set. Howie Francis has Ty Thompson down low this time, with Eccleston up at the top. Pick from Francis. Eccleston's going to take that space down to Thompson. Shoots just off. I think it was off of the goaltender. Maybe it was not. They did not get a reset. That one will be a reset if they can get the ball back. Nope. They're saying a 30. That one looked like it should have been a reset. I think the officials are going to talk. Yeah, one of the high ref is going to say, yeah, that was a reset. It's a fresh 30 for the Bucks. And Jerry Stotts doesn't like it. He taps Ty Thompson, who taps him back. Gutka Elijah coming in to join the lefties. He'll cut through the middle, set a pick. Eccleston. That one doesn't get through to Aston, and Nick Damoud grabs it. Looking up the floor, he'll find Skylar Thomas. Thomas coming off the bench. Thomas gets a pick from Cook. The roll is there. The pass wasn't quite. Cook's going to have to track it down. We're near the midway point of this third period. Thanks for being with us, lacrosse friends. Skylar Thomas. Oh, wrong-footed Kobe Johnson. They have a smile. They're good friends. Thomas knows he had him, and Johnson knows it too, but the shaft of the stick said otherwise. Thanks for being with us, lacrosse friends, here on Stamp Lax Productions on YouTube. We've got Bucks action all season long here from the Three Nations Senior Lacrosse League. Jacob Rouet hands it off. Kendrick Angus makes the pass, doesn't connect, but it is picked up by Grennan. 8 on the shot clock as he fires. Easy save for Johnson. Tanner Theed lobs one ahead to center where it's grabbed by Zach Hops. Down to Corson Keeley. That shot didn't get through. Well, it got through, but didn't get on target. Gutka Elijah with a shot. He's working hard, trying to bash in and get the rebound. We're going to have a slashing call to the Muskies, and the Bucks are going back to the power play. It's going to be Abby Bomberry going. And you see the conversation. He's saying, I didn't do it, and the ref's saying, yes, you did. Penalty killer's going to be Curtis Conley and Marcus Minichiello up top with Jerry Stotts and Chris Willman down low. As Abby Bomberry's been a staple on the penalty kill for the Muskies, so Willman comes in. Strong left for the Bucks with Eccleston at the top taking that pass from Thompson. And Howie Francis down low. They're just kind of rotating those lefties around to different spots. And Thompson, nice shot on the pass from Liam Aston, but Nicky Damoud with the save. Sky Sunday, the other forward out there on the power play. Hard shot from Francis. Damoud withstands it. Willman will lob it ahead, get it to Skylar Thomas coming off the bench. Thomas killing time with 15 left on the shot clock. Nice little shovel pass up to Grennan, and Thomas is going to get a bit of a rest as Grennan kills these final few seconds with Vaughn Harris on the far side. What a drive to the net by Grennan. Bit of a trail check. Then Jake Gasparetti kind of ran over Grennan. They're all right. They're up, and I think smiling. Sometimes I think guys are smiling at each other and being fairly pleasant. And it turns out they weren't at all. You never know. Just over 8 minutes to go here. 45 left in the Bucks power play. And Eccleston with a rocket. We've seen Eccleston get in tight. This time he is going to bomb it from downtown. Nice little pick there by Ty Thompson. You can see him just delaying the defender enough from being able to get out. And it's a 2-goal game once again. 9-7 with 8:01 to play. Jacobs Willman once again. They're set. Whistle. Oh, nice clamp by Willman as the quickness from Jacobs was there, but Willman so strong just gets onto it. And there's Eccleston. He is a force on the ball team, and now he'll go back to the offense with his Bucks teammates trying to build on this momentum. That was through the crease and first take a pass with Stone Chubb. He's going to stand there and check Abby Bomberry. We'll just loft it up to Joe Hall. Boy, that is a sparkly gold mask. And he almost had a lane to shoot. Hands it off to Tanner Cook, and it's a pretty solid back pick. Cook trying to get underneath. Oh, what an effort. Joe Hall throws the hands up, says, I think that's a goal, but no, Cook had landed in the crease. And Kobe Johnson has no gloves and no stick. He's going to pick them up and put them on at his leisure as the ball is back up in the offensive zone for the Bucks. The home team today here at the Inoa Lagoa Arena in the Inoa Lagoa Bowl between these two residents of this Turtle Dome, one of the great arenas in the sport. Again, if you get a chance to come here in person, like several hundred people have tonight, this is a great crowd. You should get down here. Beautiful place to see a lacrosse game. Walking track around the outside so you can get your steps in. Skylar Thomas, he's thinking underneath, but taken away pretty well by Damon Edwards. So Vaughn Harris will back away and just hand it off there to Kendrick Angus. Angus doesn't know where to go, decides to go to Skylar Thomas, gets away. Damon Edwards trying to get it, but it's Thomas coming up with it, fights through the check. He's thinking dive and dunk. That's a goal. Spectacular effort, and what a finish by Skylar Thomas. Look at this effort. Gets in there. Checked by Damon Edwards. Somehow gets the ball, gets out of the check, and he's thinking dive and tuck, and he does it. What a beauty from Skylar Thomas. That was spectacular. And it's 10-7. Muskies back up to a 3-goal lead. Willman and Jacobs at the dot. Thanks again to ILA Sports, Mohawk Mitts, Big Boys, Gas and Tobacco, and Boutique for helping make this broadcast possible. And there's a chance on the run off the draw. Nice shot from Caleb Mallion, but Johnson makes the stop. Eccleston taking his time, setting up this. Oh, they're just getting the 5 attackers out. Goes to the net. Well defended. Abby Bomberry. He's really doing well for himself tonight. Joey Gasparetti picks up Cook, and the offense setting for the Muskies. Nice spin underneath by Grennan, but I'm not sure how that wasn't through the crease. Gets the ball over to Jacob Rouet. Yeah, maybe I just missed it. Hard shot. That is off Johnson. That's going to be a fresh 30. The reset as it gets up towards the second level. Of course, the netting there to keep the balls from flying up into the stands there. Glad we don't have the netting in the middle here, so we get a nice unobstructed view. Get this beautiful look at this beautiful arena. Nicely shot by Carrie Jane McMaster. That pass deflected away as King was on top of the crease. Stone Chubb staying with him. That's a goal! Holy cow! Tanner Cook was pretty well defended. But he's just so big and strong and skilled. You can see Cook goes to get this ball, starts to go the other way. Just a step too far by Stone Chubb in the defense. I'm going to take one more look at this one. There's Cook opening up into the middle. The pass is knocked away by Chubb. He gets after Cook, and right there's that one step too many. And the diving tuck. What a finish by Tanner Cook. It's 11-7. 4-goal lead once again for the Muskies. They've had a few of those this game. The Bucks have pushed back every time and closed it up some, but they're running a little low on time with 5:10 to go here in the third. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Three Nations Lacrosse League action. Oh, now it's a 5-goal lead, and that is lovely passing. Skylar Thomas on the finish, but everyone had a nice hand in that one. Grennan working hard in the middle. Thomas gets the shot, comes over to the far boards, and it's a great catch and move on. I think it was Kendrick Angus making that pass. Take one more peek. Yeah, you can see Kendrick Angus right on top of the crease, wants the ball. The slide comes defensively, but he is ready to move it on to Skylar Thomas. And it's 12-7. Kobe Johnson is coming out. And Trey Adams listed as the backup goalie. Now he's 31, and this is 1. Five-goal lead with 5:04 to go. If only it had been 1 second earlier, it'd be 5-goal lead with 5:05. Some fans are heading for the exits after that 12th goal from the Muskies. These teams will play 4 times this season in the regular season. Every one of them right here at Noah Lagoa Arena. With the 4 teams, a 12-game regular season, everyone plays everyone else 4 times. Each of the other 3 teams 4 times, a double home and home. Willman and Chubb having a bit of a chat there, and that one was not friendly, as Willman did not like taking a chop on the arm there. Abby Bomber is enjoying himself, though. He's got a big smile as he gets to the bench. This pass from Harris over to Cook. Drives through. Damon Edwards got a little bit of it, and Adams makes that stop. Long pass from Edwards to Corson Keeley. Keeley will slow it down and head to the bench. So Keeley, again, primarily in a transition role tonight for the Bucks. They've got a strong left side. Good guy Elijah cutting through the middle. They're going to come over to Ty Thompson. As Elijah gets that pass, Shane Francis out on him. Kobe Cree, underhand pass. Nice pick from Thompson. Oh, diving attempt. Ball never got in. Even if Kobe Cree had tapped that one in, that's going to be a penalty. That's, I think, delay a game. He started checking too early before the whistle. Play was really blown in. But even if Cree had knocked that one in, he didn't possess it in the stick, so wouldn't have counted. The shot almost got through. Nice gritty work from Ty Thompson. It is 6-on-5. Kendrick Angus flips behind the back, behind the back, behind the back. Got one more here. Yep, behind the back shot from Cook. And the Bucks will get possession. The 30 will expire, and everything converges to blow the play down. It's going to be Kobe Cree with the delay of game penalty. This is definitely looking like a Muskies win to open the season as they lead 12-7 over the Bucks with 3:32 to go. I'm Steven Stamp. Thanks for being with us. Do subscribe to the channel so you can get yourself notified of all the games coming up. A lot of lacrosse on Stamp Lax Productions this year. Wide open lane for Harris. He goes back door, and Skylar Thomas caught it in the air. Double clutched a couple times. Couldn't quite get the handle he wanted. Now he can take the pass. He put his stick down by his foot to show he couldn't take it. That one gets a little steep on the bouncer. Up out of play. And here comes Howie Francis. They're short-handed, but they're down by 5 with 3 minutes to go, so expect them to go to the net. Howie Francis has Eccleston with him on the left side. Ball is up top right now with Keldrin King. Over to Eccleston now. Gets a pick there from Francis. Turned into a bit of a double pick, and here's a third one. That's a solid pick on Brian Rice, who fights through it. Good penalty kill defense. Ball gets loose. You better get that one. Nice job by Liam Aston to get that ball, or it could have been a 2-on-0 for the Muskies. He's able to fling it down into the offensive zone where the 30 will expire, and the Muskies back to the power play. Nate Grennan makes sure he's got that one in the mesh of the stick. Cook, hard rip. Oh, it's not a hard rip, actually. It turns into a changeup. Winds up to shoot, and that tips somebody on the way in. You see Cook will get it up top, throws it over to the righty shooter. We'll fire this one. And yeah, I think it hit the stick of the defender as he's shooting. Yeah, you see Cook's going to kind of work his way through. But Cook has another one. It's 13-7. So Cook makes it 13-7 as we near 2 minutes to go. Crowd definitely thinning out a bit here. That's going to be a crease violation by Sky Sunday. Nice effort, but that right foot taps down into the purple turf. Caleb Mallion with the pass out, and the Muskies into the offensive zone. Joe Hall gets some direction from the bench, backpedals past the restraining line and bounces it back to Grennan. Chris Willman out there for an offensive shift. Reset off that shot, and another 30. And there's Willman getting the ball. Not exactly engaging in the offense. He's pretty much back to avoid transition the other way. Vaughn Harris along the far boards. They got 15 left on the shot clock. I think the Bucks are kind of resigned to this one. Grennan going to the net. That's a goal. Maybe a bit of a half-hearted goal signal by the ref. That's a pretty nice little slip. Just as I was getting a really nice compliment on what a great job Jane McMaster's doing. Kind of loses track of Nathan Grennan there. He's pretty quick. He can be hard to keep track of. We did see it getting tucked in at the end by Grennan. And that's going to be Muskies' possession. Pretty nice spin move there by Grennan. We're into the final minute. Joe Hall will rip one. The ageless wonder, Joe Hall, rockets that one. Hall just a little slip pick, steps up, shoots around the defender. I don't think Trey Adams saw a whole lot of that one. And we've got a 15-7 game. This was a close game for the most part. The Muskies really pulling away at the end. They will open the season for the Three Nations Senior Lacrosse League with a win here in the Enola Lagoa Bowl at the Enola Lagoa Arena. Both these teams, again, home teams here at the Turtle Dome. Sago Swamp gets an assist. Liam Aston looks to the bench to make sure they've got all 5 attackers out. Kobe Cree across the top. Nice slide defense by Brian Rice. Here's Aston with a shot. That one's stopped by Damood, who's been very sharp. One little stretch where they were starting to get to him, but he has been pretty solid. And the shot clock is off. The Muskies can kill the rest. And Abby Bomberry just going to stand up near the high restraining line as these final seconds tick away. We'll be back here at Enola Lagoa Arena. I believe it's next Saturday. Should be a beauty. Now the Capital Region Axemen visiting the Akwesasne Bucks. So the final score, 15-7 in favor of the Snake Island Muskies, the defending champion from the President's Cup. The National Senior B champions get the first win of the year in the season opener. What a way to start their title defense. But they are going to be pushed this season. The Bucks will have more to bring. The Ganawage Mohawks are going to have a thing or two to say, and the Capital Region Axemen looking to play spoilers as well. I'm Stephen Stampy. Thank you, Stamp. Thank you so much, lacrosse friends, for being with us. We will see you again soon.